Merry Christmas! Here is a quick little tutorial on how to use Pixlr to create some Christmas buttons. So, Pixlr editor, here we come. For this particular assignment, I have you to create some buttons that are 150 wide and 50 high. And then your instructions are to take your paint bucket and fill the background with a Christmassy color that matches your design and layout, whatever it is that you're doing. So green, red, whatever works for you. So let's say that's the one I want. I'm going to push OK, and I'm going to click with my paint bucket to put it in there. Next, we're going to add a bevel layer style. That's this cute little star button over here, layer styles. And bevel, which makes it look like an actual button. And you can click on the word bevel and make adjustments to how big the bevel is if you wish. And the size of the bevel, whether it's kind of soft or whatever. There's all kinds of different little settings here. Anywho, then you're going to click OK. Finally, you're going to add two things to this button. One thing is going to be the text for your buttons, and the other thing is going to be some sort of an icon for your buttons. Now, there's a nice little icons website here that you can use. I'll give you kind of fair warning. When you download, they try to scare you, so just so you know, I'm going to hit download here to download this, and once you do, you've got to get it out of your folder, and really for now you can just leave it in the folder. We're just going to open it up in Pixlr, so just remember that it's in your downloads. So I'm going to open it up and grab my Santa from my downloads. And these are icons, so they're already pretty small, but you can also size them down if you need to. Now, if it had a white background, you would need to unlock this layer so that it looks like this, and then you would need to take your magic wand, click on your background, and press delete. So, it's a lot easier if you just pick one that's already transparent. Then you have to click Edit, Select All. That selects the image. And then Edit and Copy. And that copies the image. And those words pop up. Then come to your button and Edit and Paste. And it puts it on there. And if you need to size it down once you bring it over there, you go to Edit and Free Transform. It says you can press Ctrl-T, but it doesn't work in the browser for me. And hold down Shift and pull from the corner when you resize so that you don't mess it up. And you're going to apply the changes, and then you can position it where you want it. So on our particular example, I have you to create a button for carols with some sort of something here, and then a button for a letter, which has Santa, and then a button for meme, which you can then put whatever you want. So create your first button, choose your font, and you want to stick with the same font for all of them. So I suggest you do the letter one first because letter is kind of the longest word. Make it be a color that you can see on the button. So depending on, your design, whatever looks best. I know red on green is really kind of hard to read. And, size it down so it's going to fit because we want all of the buttons to fit. So don't make it too big. Okay, and then again, decide on your font because once you pick your font, you're sticking with it for all your buttons. So go ahead and figure that out. Okay. So say I want to go with that font. You might want to go ahead and hit centered too, just so it's centered in the box, but it really doesn't matter. Okay. There we go. And then you're going to save your first button. So I would like save. And it doesn't really matter. These don't really have transparency, but if you want to. I like to save my buttons with B and the name of the button, so B letter. And you can put it in your folder for the project, and this should go in your images folder. And I'm not actually keeping mine because I've already done this. Now, once you've done the first one, you're going to click on the layer that has the words and change your words. So make sure you're clicked on that layer. If you're not clicked on that layer and you're clicked somewhere else, you're going to make another set of words. And then they may not be lined up. Okay, so be sure to click on there. Click in the middle of the word, and then you can change the words. So then if I'm doing carols, I put carols in there, and it's lined up exactly like it should be. And then I would just turn off the Santa, and then go get your other icon. So again, you don't have to use this website. I just like it because there's like tons of icons. So if I'm doing carols, I don't know if there's anything on here that's musical. I'll just do a bell, let's say. And again, you're just going to download. Go get it out of your downloads folder in here. So file open. Got my bell. If you think it's too big, you can go ahead and pre-resize it if you want to. And then again, edit, select all, edit, copy, come back to your other button, edit, and paste. And then take your move tool and move it over. Okay, and then File, Save, and then you're going to save this as B. Carols, and if you're using JPEGs, use it on all of them. If you're using PNGs, use it on all of them. Just be consistent whatever you do. And then create your third button. And that's pretty much it. So creating buttons is pretty simple. Just remember that when you get ready to create a button and you're changing the words, you must click on the layer that the words are on to change them, or otherwise you're going to draw a whole nother box, and you don't want to do that. Additionally, you're going to create a button for our project that is a Santa hat, and that Santa hat is going to have the background removed, and I don't have one saved here. So just as a reminder, it's easiest if you search for images that already have their backgrounds removed. So when you're in Google Images, go to Tools, where it says Color, choose Transparent, and then you're going to get ones that are already transparent, which makes this so much easier. So then you can click on it, make sure that it doesn't have any watermark or anything on it, and then download that image. And then once you've downloaded your image, again, open it up in Pixlr. Make sure it's a suitable size. So this is way too big for a website. So I'll resize it down to, you know, maybe 50 or 60 or 70. You just kind of, it's up to you really. And now I'm not at 100% zoom, so that's why it doesn't look like it's the right size. So at 100. That's a little small for a home button. Probably you should go bigger than that. So this 60 by 39 is not so good. So I'm just going to undo, and then we'll do it again. Maybe I'll go 100 this time, just because this is an interesting little image. Okay, there we go. And then add your words. Home. You can choose whichever font that you like. And of course a suitable font color. If the font doesn't show up very well, like for instance if I were to use this one, it's not going to show up very well, then just go back over here to your layer styles, and you can add a layer style like a drop shadow or an inner shadow or something to kind of make it stand out a little bit more. You can also add a bevel or whatever, so you can make it look however you like, and then take your move tool and position it so you can see it better. And then again, if you're saving it with a transparency, you're going to need to save that out as a PNG file. All right, there you go. That's just kind of a quick review of using Pixlr to create buttons and transparent images.